Hi, I'm Connie Townsend, group fitness instructor and personal trainer. I'm here with my volunteers, Shelly and Esther. We're at the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center. We're going to do a workout for you that you can join us. And grab some water, grab a towel. We're going to do a full workout, starting with a warm-up, and then do some weights and do some cardio and do some stretching and balance, the whole shebang. Now we're starting with a warm-up, and we're actually going to use weights for this warm-up. So very, very light weights, maybe a couple water bottles, a couple cans of soup, something that's evenly weighted, and not very heavy because this is just the warm-up, not the workout. We're going to start with a march. So just hang the arms, keep them close to the body. Head is high, shoulders are back and down. In 4, 3, we're just going to walk forward and back. 1, 2, 3, tap and back. 2, 3, tap. 4, 3, 2. Now come on back, march it. Arms, palms facing in. Elbows locked to your side. We're going to do some bicep curls. Up, down. Now, if this gets too confusing for you, you can just stop your feet. Just work on the arms, warming up some of the muscles, getting the blood flowing. 4, 3, 2. Now back to walking forward and back. 1, 2, 3, tap and back. We're going slow. Just a leisurely walk. Hold the weights in. You can kind of let those arms counterbalance you a little bit. One more. All right, march it out. Now, palms still facing in. Elbows slightly bent. Just don't lock them. We're going to lift out to the side, up and down. Now think about it for a minute. You want to kind of glance. Make sure that you're lifting both arms to the proper height, no higher than shoulder height. You can lift one at a time, alternate. That makes it more manageable. 2 more. And walk it forward and back. 2, 3, 4. One more time. All right, march it out. Now palms still facing inward. We're going to lead with the thumb. It's a front raise. Down. Now you can always slow it down. We're previewing some of the movements that we'll be doing later on. 4, 3, 2, and let's get back on the beat. In 4, 3, walk it forward and back. All right, one more. March. Bring them up to the shoulders, palm faces in. Let's press it up, down. So when that weight comes back down, you're stopping at the shoulder. No lower than that. One more. Bring them down, march it. In 4, 3, walk it forward and back. Keep those weights in close. You don't want to swing them real far. One more time. All right, march it. Now on this one though, we're going to stop the feet. Bend the elbows, palms facing in, elbows stuck to your side. We're gonna sit down. Now those arms, you're gonna straighten and bend. So this is a preview of a tricep kick back. Working on the back of the arms. Keep those shoulders down, away from your ears. 3, 2, 1. Come on back up. March it. And walk it. Okay, one more. Come on back. March it out. Widen out the feet a bit. And come to a stop. We're going to do some bent rows. So we're going to sit. Angle them out, palms facing in. Bring that elbow back. Both of the elbows, you're going to pull the navel toward the spine. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. Squeeze. See, we need some gravity here to pull against. To get those back muscles working. We're using light weights right now because we just want to warm up the muscles and the joints. Not ready, not quite time for the workout. One more. And slowly back up. March it. 4, 3. Let's walk it. One more. All right, march. Feet come to a stop. Let's bend. Now, round those arms just a tiny bit. Palms in. Let's bring them out to the side. It's a fly. So that warms up the back of the shoulders. All right, so each of those things are movements that we'll do in a little bit later in the workout. One more. All right, and slowly back up. And you can put the weights down if you want, or just hold them, and we're gonna go up, out, and down. Lift up, out, down. Stretch. All right, get some water. And then we'll keep moving. Okay, we're going to do those same movements, well, 4 of them, 4 exercises, upper body, as we walk forward and back. But between each different exercise, we're also going to pause and do a whole string of them. Okay, we're going to march. So, instead of walking and then stopping and doing the lifting, we're going to combine the lifting with the walking. So, not yet. Bicep curls. So palms face in, upper arm stays at your side. Let's go forward and back and down. So you're going up, going forward, and down, going back. 1, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4. Take a minute, get the feel for it. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Okay, got a couple more here. 3, 2. Now, stay put. You can march. Let's just do a string of bicep curls. Up and down. Now, if you need to slow it down, please do. We want to go all the way up, all the way down. But we don't want to lock the elbow. So if you need to kind of slow it a few beats per minute, please do. We don't need to keep up with the beat of the music on this one. Keep those elbows from floating up. One more. All right, shake them out. Walk forward and back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna do a side raise here. Up and down. Or, to make it a little easier, one, then the other. So just do one at a time, up and down, or both. Whatever you can manage. Keep those shoulders from rising up. And if you can't get them up to shoulder height, don't try. Even keeping them low is making those muscles in the side of the arm work. So modify any way you need to when it comes to the shoulders. They're a little more delicate of a muscle group. All right, march it out. So here we go, the string of them, up and down. Or one, then the other. So of course you can alternate. You can slow it way down too. Whatever you need to do. Woo! Starting to feel the sides of the arms, the shoulders there. Relax the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and shake them out, roll them around. Okay, so the next one was the front raises. Remember, palms are still facing inward. We kind of lead with the thumbs, coming up only to shoulder height in 4, 3, let's do it. Walk it forward and down, coming back, hop. And again, if you feel like you can't get them up to shoulder height, don't force it. Just what you can do. You're feeling the abdominals tighten up because it's part core exercise as well as for the front of those shoulders. Draw the navel toward the spine. How about one more? Woo! March it out. Okay, here we go, lifting front and down. Now we're gonna slow down from the tempo of the music. So just go your own speed. We're not gonna keep up with the tempo. Two more. One more. Woo! So those are for real small muscle group here in the front of the shoulders. All right, the next one is our shoulder press. We'll be up at the shoulders. This is where we start and finish. Elbows in close. 4, nope. In 4, 3. Let's walk it forward and back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and down. Now try to straighten those arms. Don't lock them, but try to get them extended all the way up there like you're punching the ceiling with your knuckles. Palms are still facing in. If they're too much, do one arm at a time. I'll show you that version. Up and down, then other arm. Couple more. One more time. Woo! Come on back, march it out. Relax them. So what we're doing is kind of combining our weights and our cardio. The cardio to keep moving so that the heart rate stays up. Burns more fat that way. Okay, we're gonna do a string of all the arm exercises now. So just keep marching or come to a standstill. Let's start with the bicep curls. Up and down. Kind of slow, taking our time. All the way up. Now don't let the arms wander forward. Keep those elbows at your side. Woo! 2 more. Working on just the front of the arm. Now, Let them rest a moment and go out to the sides. Remember to alternate if you need to. Woo! All right, out to the front. Pull that navel in. You can feel those core muscles contract. So we're working on our muscles around our torso. 2 more. All right, last one. Come on up, shoulders, shoulder height, press it. Okay, do several more of these, and then go get some water, and we'll come back for more fun. All right, we're going to continue with weights today. So the warm-up we use really light weights, but this section you can use a little heavier. We're not going to be moving this time, we're going to be stationary, but we're going to go from upper body to a lower body exercise and then back up to the upper body and keep going that way. So let's bring our feet about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider, toes facing front, shoulders back and down. Now just bend the knees and push the bottom back and sit in a squat. Okay? Bend the elbows, lock them to your side. Remember this one in the warm-up. We're doing a kickback. Straighten, bend. So your spine needs some support, so you got to pull that navel toward the spine. Get those core muscles to activate. Shoulder blades stay down your back. Your weight is in the heels. That helps take pressure off your knees. Come up and rest whenever you need to. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. All right, slowly back up. Now with your feet this way, feet are parallel. We're going to do some calf raises. So we just spread the toes, then roll up on the toes and down, up and down. So at first, it's hard to get your balance, but then your brain starts recruiting the muscles that help you balance better. So just keep at it. If you need to be next to a chair or a countertop, do that. So we're working our lower legs, the calf muscles, the shins, the ankles, the feet. They all tie together to give you more stability and agility. All right, 1 more. Woo! Okay, feet stay put. We're going to bring those shoulder blades together and back, kind of puff up out the chest, sit, and angle out a bit, palms facing in. We're going to row. Now when you pull that elbow back, the elbows back, it's like you're trying to touch them behind, touch them together. You're squeezing the shoulder blades in back. Pull, pull. Keep the head neutral, don't look down. That sometimes makes the back round. Keep the weight in the heels and only do what you can. Maybe 2 more. Pull and pull and come slowly back up. Now we're gonna march, but on our toes. So get up on your toes and just march a little, lift the knees a little bit. Seems silly, but that also is strengthening your calves, your shins, your ankles, your feet, and you're building balance. You can walk around the room if you want to. Almost there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. All right, come to a stop. Feet are in the same position. Now we're gonna do those kind of like a beach ball hug, but we have to be bent. So once again, shoulders back and down. Let's sit Round the all elbows a little bit, then pull out. So once again, weight is in the heels. You're in a semi-squat. Navel's pulled toward the spine. The act of doing that will engage all the core muscles. So it helps that torso to better support the spine. 4, 3, 2. All right, slowly back up. Now we're gonna march again, but this time on the heels. So that's harder to balance. And it's harder to do standing still. So if you wanna just take off around your living room, that's okay. Woo! Sometimes the most useful exercises are the silliest looking. You're building all kinds of strength down there. Keep it up. 4, 3, 2. Good job. All right, back to that squat position, and we're gonna row again, but this time instead of a narrow row, we're going to point the palms toward the body and the elbows will go out to the side, so you end up with a 90-degree angle, okay? Shoulders back and down. Let's sit and pull out and back. Now, if this one just bothers your shoulders or something, go ahead and go back to that palm in position. That one keeps all the weight close to the body and it might be more manageable for you. Draw the navel in. 4, 3, 2, whew, and up. Okay, let's bring our heels a little in. So your feet are angled out to the corners and up on the toes and down. So that's that calf raise. You can bring the feet a little closer in if you need to. Nice and slow. Try to control the body. Try not to just fall right back down. Up and down. Slowly both ways. Up, down. How about 4 more? You're starting to burn. 1 more. Woo! Okay, we're gonna finish this segment with a squat, narrow row, standing back up, and a squat, wide row. Okay, looks like this. It's down, narrow, and up, and down, wide, and up, palms in, and up, and palms facing backward. So this is coordination too. Or just stay with one or the other. Wide. And narrow, whoops. I don't know. Narrow, how about that? And wide. Do a couple more, and then go get some water. And then we'll continue. Okay, we're gonna move now. Do a little bit of cardio. We're gonna move a little quicker. We're gonna get our heart rate up. We are going to use weights to do those same motions. We're combining it with walking forward and back. Now, you can also use just the weight of your arm. So you can lighten it up real light, or you can make it heavier. It just depends on your shoulders, your ability. All right, we're gonna march. 7, 6, 5. Remember, we started with our bicep curl, so elbows tucked to your side, go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, back. So we're not swinging those weights. You're lifting and lowering. Upper arm stuck to your side. If it gets to be too much to do weights and walking, you can just stand still and march, or just put the weights down maybe and do the arm movements. All right, 2 more. 1 more. Okay, let's switch to those side raises. Up and down, shoulders down. Really push the shoulder blades down toward the floor. Keep them out to the side, don't let them go forward. And keep them low if you need to. You can just come halfway up. So we're making everything work. Getting the muscles working, getting the heart and lungs, building endurance. 4, 3, 2. All right, front raise. Palm faces in. Arms are pretty straight, but don't lock them. 1, 2, 3, 4, back. 2, 3, 4. And don't let them swing. You're controlling them. Woo! 4, 3, 2. All right, march it for a sec. You gotta get those weights back up to the shoulders. Now remember, you can alternate. Just do one arm at a time. Walk it. Elbows come back down to your rib cage when you come back down, when you lower them. Start at the shoulder, finish at the shoulder, not lower. Remember to take a break when you need to. Go back to marching if you want. Woo, lost the balance. 4, 3, 2. Okay, march it out. Now the heart rate does go up more when we use our arms, and especially when we're holding weights. So if it's just too high, lighten up the weights or even put them down. Okay, before we get back to it, we're gonna do some squats. Now, let's come to a stop. Our feet are narrow, hip width apart. So think about your ball and socket joint right here, and your feet are about that width. We're gonna do, well, we'll do a few to start with to get the feel for it. We're just going to sit and do a little squat pulse. Weight is in the heels, shoulders back, shoulders down, chin is neutral. Now, step wider. Like we're riding a horse. Okay, come back in. 1, 2, and wide. 2, in, 2, out, 2. Doesn't matter which direction you step. We're just narrow and wide and narrow, shoulders back and wide. One more set. Really getting the heart rate up here. Woo! And just march it out. Doesn't take much to get the heart rate up when you're using your big leg muscles. Okay. 8, 7, 6, 5. Starting at the top with our bicep curls. Here we go. Keep those wrists nice and straight. Slowly up and down. At the top, there's a little contraction in the biceps, the fronts of the arms. Okay, Now let's just do side lifts. Couldn't get it out. And down. Remember, keep it low if you need to. Shoulders back. Or you can do one at a time. And back and down. So one or both. Woo! Got one more. And then the next one is the front raise. Up in front, down. You can use water bottles or your soup cans. Anything that's equal weight. 4, 3, 2. Let's march it for a sec. Bring them up. We're ready for our shoulder presses. And here we go. Up and down. Like you're touching the ceiling with your knuckles. Try to straighten those arms. Are they beside the ears? One more time. Woo! And march. All right, hold those weights in. Let's finish with our narrow and wide. Narrow, 2 of them. Wide. In. Out. Narrow squat. Wide squat. Narrow. Woo. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2. Okay, go get some water and keep moving around. All right, we're going to continue with weights, but this time go much lighter if you have something like the water bottles or the cans of soup. So if you were using heavier for the last couple sections where we were doing some bigger movements, we're now going to do very small movements, working on the stabilizing muscles in the shoulders. A lot of exercises for the famous rotator cuff complex in the shoulder blades. So if you have any weakness in your shoulders, this is going to help. Now you can also just use the weight of your arm, because after a bit they will get tired with a bit of weight. Okay, feet a little wide for stability. Loosen those knees. We don't want to lock the knees. That makes our back arch. So neutral pelvis. We're going to bring those arms about halfway up, not all the way to shoulder height. About halfway. And we're going to turn the doorknob. So your thumb is making almost a full circle. Try to hold those arms even. That's the tricky part. The brain has to try to coordinate those arms. Keep them about the same level. It helps if you look in the mirror. Shoulder blades stay down your back, so don't let your arms creep up. Relax them. Your core is being used. Draw the navel back. Woo! So they start to burn in just a little bit of time. Good thing we're using light weights. One more turn. Woo! And roll them around, loosen them up. Okay, next one. If you want to keep using your weights, or you can put one down and just use one. I'm gonna cross mine, hold them with both hands. Okay, now we're not gonna bend over at any time. Stay nice and tall, loose knees, shoulders down. We're gonna do one pullover, up. Now, lock those elbows together, pull, come down in front, back up, and down. So actually, probably not cross, let's keep them together. Just kind of lock those weights together. Up and down. Press back up toward the sky and down. So I'm going to show you from the side. You guys stay put. See how the elbows just drop to the floor. Back up and down. Okay, so up. Now bring the elbows together. Come down. Push back up and down. You can feel those in the back of the shoulders, all around the shoulders actually. Kind of hard to keep those weights locked together, so if you want to just put one down and hold one weight, one end in each hand, that works good too. And down, back up. Woo! Getting tired. Upper back muscles are working. We really aren't able to lock the elbows together, but you're trying to kind of bring them close. One more. And come on down. Roll them around, shake them out, loosen them up. Now, the next one is barely perceptible. You almost can't see your shoulder blades working back here. We're going to take the shoulder blades that are down your back and we're going to retract them. That means bring them together. Retract and relax. We're going to do it bent so that we have some gravity. So maybe just stagger your feet, shoulders back and down, then bend your knees. You're in that squatted position, belly button pulled in. We're going to hang the arms. Now don't bend the elbows, just hang them. Take your shoulder blades, visualize them back there. They're going to come together and release. Squeeze them together so your arms get short and long. But we're not bending the elbows to bring them shorter. We're working in that shoulder blade. This is hard to, you got to concentrate on it to really make it work back there. You can squeeze them together, release, squeeze. They're real good posture muscle exercises. One more. Relax the arms, just let them dangle. All right, slowly back up, roll them around. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing with those shoulder blades, except instead of bringing them together toward your spine, you're going to go up your back and down your back with your shoulder blades. So we want a little bit of weight here. You can just hang them at your side, or a little bit more challenges, lift it a bit. We're going to come up and back down. Now, really pull the shoulders back to start with. Think about them raising up and down your back. We're working on those tiny little muscles that stabilize everything, that support the spine, that support the shoulder blades. This is a great one for posture. You want more challenge? You can. You do it from a totally lifted position, but watch out for those shoulders. We don't want to strain them. So probably down is always best. Okay, one more. Woo! A lot of fatigue back there. Okay, we got one more. So, it's going to be overhead. And we're just going to bring them up, try to straighten those arms, try to get the arms beside the head here. Pull them back a bit so they don't wander forward. Now, think about the shoulder blades again. They're going to go up your back and come back down. Up and down. Very small motion. You're not making a very big movement. And if they get too tired being up there, then just bring them back to that last one that we just did, where they're lifted out to the side a little bit. Up and down and up. One more. Woo! Lots of fatigue in those poor shoulders. All right. So we're going back to where we started, except bigger doorknobs. We're not going to turn the doorknob this time. We're going to do a semicircle around. Okay, so let's start with our palms forward, thumbs, just a semicircle, thumbs down, thumbs up. Now don't round forward here. Just stay neutral in your spine, in your shoulders. When you go backward though, you can squeeze those shoulder blades together. A lot of fine shoulder work. But we have to do the hard, small exercises to get the big benefit of being able to use our arms better and better. All right, one more and then go get some water. Okay, we're finishing up. We're going to move on this, but we're going to move a lot slower. We're trying to cool the body down, bring the heart rate back down, get the temperature of the body back down. We're going to still be doing our different movements one last time to finish everything up. Okay. There we go. I want to get us on a beat. So it's a slower tempo. This is the cool down and the stretch. Let's walk it forward and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. So remember the first exercise was a bicep curl, so coming up. One more time. You can do this without weights too. Now let's do a side raise and down and side raise, down. One more time. Going back to the front raise, forward. Nice and slow, so we're not swinging them. That's cheating when we use momentum. One more. All right, no weights for a moment. Let's go forward. Bring the weights up to the shoulders and press it up and down. Now let's get a good stretch out of those arms. Press them up to the ceiling. Okay, now just down at your side, forward, back. Bicep curl, hold. Squeeze those elbows into your side. Shoulder blades down your back. One more. All right, side hold halfway, not all the way up. Nice tall posture, long neck. So there are many different ways you can use the weights. You can just do singles, you can do fast, you can do slow, you can do holds. All kinds of different ways. All right, bring them down. Front raise. And hold. Now if you need to bring them down a little lower here, you can do that. Now if you need to, put the weights down. Just hold your arms. So modify any way that you need to. One more. And come on back, march it. Okay, now feet are about hip width apart. Let's come to a stop. We're gonna lift a bit, not too far. Draw the navel toward the spine. And then just turn the body. Let the arms go a little further. Kind of pulls you around. And then other side. And switch. So you're turning the torso, but then you're letting the arms go a little beyond that turn. It uses that swinging momentum to get you a good stretch around the torso. One more set. All right, come on back to center. We're going to hang them at our side. Now pull the shoulders up toward the ears, really tighten up, and then let those shoulder blades come down your back. I'm going to tilt the head to one side. So the weight in the hands helps to get those shoulders lower so you can get a good stretch in the side of the neck. Other side. All right, now back to center. Let's just swing those arms back just a little bit, not too far. We're going to turn and look over one shoulder, stretching around the neck. And then around to the other side. And back to center. Now, let's turn the palms backward and kind of bring the weights together in the back or closer to the center of the body. Let the weights pull those shoulders down. And we're going to tilt the head forward, stretching the back of the neck and the upper back. And then back to center. Bring them around. We're going to widen them out. Going to sit down all the way onto the legs and set those weights down. And then raise slowly back up. Feet come a little closer again. Push toward the floor. Nice straight arms. Lock the elbows. One goes up, one goes down, and then pull back. And switch. So we're stretching those shoulders, the chest, the arms. Try to get them straight and switch. And then switch. And then back or out in front. We're going to turn the palms in and open out. Well, I'd like to thank my volunteers again for helping me. And hopefully you got a good workout. Come forward, bend, round the back. We did it all. Today we kept our weights the whole time. Good job. And back. And then up, lengthen the spine, reach for the ceiling. We want to thank the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center for letting us use their beautiful building to do our workout. Now I want you to drink water gradually through the day. And we'll see you again.